Hi everyone, it's LA from AussieChildcareNetwork.com. This is just a quick overview of the new documentation we have available for before and after school care. It's a weekly curriculum plan and it can be found under our printables, classroom management, under online tools. So now I'm just going to go ahead and click to open it. As you can see, that this is our curriculum plan. It does have some of the same elements as our long daycare and family daycare plans, but there are a few differences as well to accommodate an OOSH service. So up the top you've got the Insert Center Logo feature, and we've also got the week beginning, where you select the beginning of the week since it is a weekly curriculum plan, and the educators, where you type in the educators that are involved in the running of the service. Over on the left hand side we've got three different sections. We've got the daily routine, we've got indoor experiences, and on the third page we've got outdoor experiences. Since being a weekly curriculum plan, we've also on the top we've got the days Monday through to Friday. At the bottom of each of the pages we also have our new control panel feature, where you can increase or decrease the font size in the form and add your square center logo if needed be. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and start filling the form out and showing you what to do. I'm not going to fill out all the form, I'm just going to select some areas to fill, just so you can get an idea of what to do. So in book area, I'm going to type in an experience or an activity, so just say add books on animals, for example. Art and craft, I'm going to add sand painting. For snack, I'm just going to write assorted sandwiches. General meaning, discuss friendship, for example. And I'll do sandpit, add spades, pipes, and buckets. Okay, so now I've filled this out for the Monday. Obviously, if you were doing this, all the boxes will be filled, but since this is just an example, I'm just selecting a few. Alright, so now that I've added my activities and experiences, it's time to select the learning outcomes for each of the activity and experiences. So I'm just going to click on the learning outcome box. Click on the little arrow, and the list of learning outcomes will now appear. So if you're having trouble of deciding which learning outcomes to use, don't worry. On the second page you've got all your learning outcomes here, so I'll just enlarge that for you to view. There you go, so you've got the learning outcomes 1 through to 5. So I'll just go page up and decrease the size. So then you just select the learning outcomes you want. So I'm just going to randomly do learning outcomes. Obviously you identify the ones that correspond with the activity. So there we go. Alright, and the next is the AM or PM box. Now this has been put in because I know with OOSH services you do have a morning session and an afternoon session. So to incorporate both of these sessions into the curriculum plan, you can use this as a tick box to select when this experience will take place, whether AM in the morning or PM in the afternoon. I've also got the input key. You just select on the box and select on the little arrow, and the input key will come up. So this has whether it's family input or outdoor learning or extension of learning, so you can select the correct input key code there. Alright, now then that's all done. As I said, you go through and select all of these elements for each of the experiences. Over on the far right hand side we've got follow-up. Now, follow-up basically means any follow-up experiences you'd want to implement. You just make a note of it on this in this box here, and then when you're ready to do at the end of the week, when you're ready to do your curriculum plan for the following week, it's very easy for you just to identify what needs to be done, and then you can just add it into your curriculum plan. So that's for that. Also, not to forget that we do have the control panel at the bottom, like I mentioned previously, and I'll just show you how to increase the size. So you'll notice that the text in the box gets increased, and you can increase it depending on the size you want. You can also decrease the size, so if you wanted to add more text in the box and it's not enough space, you decrease the size and then it will give you enough space. Okay, so you basically go ahead and fill out the form, and once you fill out the form and you've added your centre logo, whether it be a rectangle or a square centre logo, you can go ahead and finalise the form. So once you finalise the form, basically all it means that you're ready to print out the form and you don't need to make any more adjustments or changes, and it just also lets you know that you won't be able to edit the form once you finalise it. So yes, I'm happy with it, everything's been added and everything's been done, so I'm just going to click on yes. And then this is basically what the form will look like once you ready to print it, and then you just select on print, and then this will go ahead and print the form. Now, before you go ahead and print the form, you'll notice here that that there is page scaling. At the moment it's on none, so I recommend you do fit to printable area, because that will fit the entire documentation onto the printable area. You can also change it to make it bigger, multiple pages, or you can shrink it to make it smaller, so you can have a play around with those and find the one which best suits you, but normally I'd go fit to printable area. Alright, once you click on OK, then it will basically print the form for you. Alright, I'm unable to show you obviously a printed form of this, but I will show you of how it would look in a PDF form, and this is how it would look once you print it out in a paper copy. So it's just loading there. So I'll just wait for that to load. Okay, so this is what basically it would look like if you were to print it out in a paper form. So basically that's the OOSH Curriculum Plan that's ready for you guys to use. I know those of you working in a before and after school care have patiently been waiting for this release, and finally it's here. Please do leave your feedbacks and your suggestions and comments at our site forum on AussieChildcareNetwork.com. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy this quick overview, and I also hope you find this documentation easy for you to use. Thanks again, and if you find this useful, please share it with your friends and your colleagues. It would really help us out, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.